As production designer, I am responsible for all the aesthetics of the film, such as the color palettes and everything, and I work hard to create Damien's vision, but I also lend an artistry that expands the world and creates the world. So when I create the sets, I figure out all the colors of the room and maybe, interject some symbolism and things like that, and I make sure all the costumes coordinate with the rooms that they're in. Terrifier 2 was a core crew of 9 of us wearing multiple hats. Damien himself was directing, writing, doing all the special effects with our producer Phil, and all of us for 2 years were like this, creating these sets together. At first I declined the job, and I always say this because it's hilarious, twice, because the level of ambition in the script versus the budget would be like the hardest challenge of my life. And luckily he called the third time, and I accepted the challenge, and it changed my life because he's now one of my closest friends, but also we love creating and collaborating together too. So now on 3, we have much bigger budget and we have teams. The costumes, I had a great team of 2 people, and then the art department, I had 6 people with 10 assistants about. So we had a very, very tight and fast schedule, and thank God we had all this help. A lot of the money actually went to the vintage Christmas lights because that's Damien's preference. He prefers incandescent lighting, and he prefers the vintage aesthetic. So as you see in the film, we do a lot of houses, we do a lot of interiors, we make sure that we never lose Christmas in any of the frames of the film. So as we were going along the production of basically 6 months, these are all glass, they break, there's a lot of things. So yeah, I think a big chunk of my budget went to those vintage Christmas lights. Damien and I looked at a lot of vintage Christmas films that are not horror, and then the horror films like Black Christmas. We really love Eyes Wide Shut and what Kubrick did with lighting, and you always see these Christmas lights that are kind of jarring because they're always in scenes that are scary sort of. So we just really just took notes on all these things that we wanted to incorporate in our film.
I was gonna do the blood thing too, but I was just worried about the cleanup. But can I get a picture?
I receive the script, I break it down into what I think each of the things should look like, and I present that to him, and he'll say, this works, I love this is different, no. And so we go back and forth, and it really is we find this middle ground, but then we also unearth things that maybe we didn't think of before. So that's really cool. That back and forth is something I treasure. It's one of my favorite parts of working on these.